So is there any issue for downloading RStudio or console?
No, sir.
No. So all of you successfully downloaded our console as well as RStudio. Now I am going to share you one presentation. Is my screen is visible? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So what is been written here?
Nothing,
No,
sir. White screen.
Sir, only white screen showing.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling. Mm, Now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this one is that is the our console. That is the window of our console. Okay. And this one is our studio. This one is our studio, right? This one is our studio and this one is our console. Here in our studio, we have 4 different windows. So here, this one is basically known for our console. So our studio has our console, one script, one history, and one package or plotting unit. So that is the basic difference in between our console and our studio. And in some cases, you won't be able to work with our studio without installing our console. So if you want to work with our studio, our console and our studio both are required. So our studio is very reliable, very flexible than our console. So you will be able to do all the commands, all the programs, all the functions by using our console as well as our studio. That means I just want to tell you that the function that is working in our studio, that is definitely working in our console also. Now I am showing you the presentation. So here basically so if you want to work with art, first what you have to do, you have to install R Studio as well as R console, that you have already all of you already downloaded. Okay, so now This one is the first slide. Here, here, yeah, R is basically working as a calculator. What do you mean by that? In a specific format, or in a specific interactive prompt, that is known as interactive prompt. In our studio, one greater than sign is there, that is basically known as interactive prompt. Say here you are going to find out the value of this one, so you just write this one, you will find the value of this. Okay, you want to find out the square root of 2, so you just write the function sqrt of 2, you will get this. Now that is very interesting. ACQ, that is stand for sequence. ACQ of 0, then comma 5, then comma length equals to 6. So I just want to show you. Say here I am writing ACQ of 1 comma 5. So here the result is 1 2 3 4 5. Instead of that, if you write sequence, that means ACQ, and within the bracket 1 comma 5 comma length equals to 4, then this one equals to 1 1.0 2 point this. So that means here you have specified what will be the next interval, and initially you have not specified the interval. So if you not specified the interval, you will get 1, then 1 is incremented by 1, then that will be 2, then 2 is incremented by 1, then that will be 3, and so on and so forth. Got it? And here you have specified, that is length equals to 4. So in that context, what you will get? You will get 1, then 2.33, 3.66, and 5. So that is the basic features of sequence. And here in RStudio, if you want to assign a value over a specific variable, you can use equals to sign. Instead of that, you also use less than minus sign. What is that? Say you are going to assign 5 over a variable a, so you can write a equals to 5. So what you will get? The value of a equals to 5. Instead of equals to sign, you can write a less than minus 5. Here also 5 is already assigned on a. If you want to find out, if you want to display the value of a, here also you will get 5. That is nothing but the assignment operator. So I have already described assignment and sequence. Do you have any question? Are you getting me? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So do you have any question up to this? I have
No, sir.
described what is sequence and what is assignment. You don't have any question? Okay. And next slide, what you have? If you write 2 plus 2, you will get 4. 2 plus 2, that is carrot. That means power of 2. That is equals to, definitely we will get 6. Because here the precedence of power is greater than the precedence of plus operator. So first you will get 4, then 4 plus 2, that will be 6. So in this way, you will be able to find out all those values. Basically here are working as a calculator. So that is very easy. You are going to assign x equals to 5, then you assign y equals to 10, and here you just write z equals to x plus y. Definitely you will get the value of z. That is basically written in this slide. Okay, and in this slide, what you have, I have already described what is sequence. So instead of length, if you write by, that is also accepted here. How? You just check it out. Sequence 1 comma 5. What you will get? 1 2 3 4 5. Instead of that, if you use 1 comma 5, then comma by equals to 0.5, then what you will get? This one. So instead of length, if you write by equals to this one, that is also been accepted. That means you have already defined the interval will be 1, then 1.5. So 1 is incremented by 0.5. Then again 1.5 is incremented by 0.5 and so on and so forth. That is up to 5. Okay. So here that is the concept of sequence. And second one is in R, if you want to define a vector, so vector should be defined like this. Suppose you are going to define a vector that is A, that consists of 4 different elements. So here you can write in this way: A equals to C of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here in this way you have defined a vector. So if you want to declare a vector, so vector should be defined like this: A equals to C. C is the key here. If you want to declare a vector, definitely C will be there. Okay. So you can add two vectors also. So you have already declared one vector, that is A, that consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again you are going to declare another one vector that consists of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here what you have, this one. So if you want to add these two vector, that is also possible here. So C equals to A plus B. What you will get? Say you will get this one. Okay. So in this way you can add two different vector. And in next slide, what you have? So you have declared one vector, and from this vector, here basically I am taking one simple example that consists of 4 or 5 number of vector, 4 or 5 number of elements that is present in this constant vector. Instead of that, you can declare one vector that consists of n number of elements, and among these n number of elements, you will be able to find out what will be the maximum one and what will be the minimum one. So what will be the corresponding syntax? You just check it out. Say C is one vector that has the elements 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You are going to find out the maximum one. So what will be the corresponding syntax? That is max. So max of C, what you will get? 12. So definitely 12 is the maximum. You are going to find out the minimum of this vector. So what will be the minimum? This one is 4. Now, if you want to find out the mean, so what will be the mean value? You just write mean is the keyword, mean of C. You'll find 8. That is 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 divided by 5. Definitely you will get 8. So if you write this comment, that is count, not count, that is length, what will be the result? That is 5. That means I just want to tell you that you will be able to declare a vector that consists of n number of elements. So if you want to check how many number of elements that you have already assigned with this constant vector, by using the length function, you will be able to check it. I have already declared sqrt function. So that is something like that. If you write sqrt of 49, what you will get? 7. Instead of that, if you assigned this value on a specific variable, then you find the square root of this variable. Here also you will get 7. That is basically defined here. Now I am talking about the character and string in context of R programming language. So in R, character or string means number one is that must include in single or double inverted comma. Both are considered here. So if a specific entity or specific text enclosed in single or double inverted comma, then that will be treated as a character or string. So definition more precisely, say Ram. R is one of the character, A is one of the character, M is one of the character. Complete Ram can be considered as a string. So the definition of string is that it's a group or set of character. Now in R, you can consider one character as a string sometime. So sometimes you can consider one character as a string, but in R, you won't be able to consider a string as a character. Okay, so here you have already defined in this specific slide, you have defined one string inside this variable. So what you have in this A has one string, that is the dog ate my homework. So what you want to do in this specific string, you want to change this dog. Instead of dog, that will be cat. So how that will be changed? Sub function should be used here. So by using sub function, what you will get? Sub, within the bracket, you want to change dog. So first you write dog. Instead of dog, that will be cat. Now you write cat. Then again comma. From where you want to change? From the string A. So finally, what you will get? The cat ate my homework. You just check it out. So A equals to, say, he is good. Okay. So what I'm going to do? Basically, I'm going to change he. Instead of he, my sentence will be C. So what will be that? You just write sub function. You want to change he. Instead of he, that will be C. From where? From A. So what will be the result? C is good. In this way, you can change. Okay. Finally, logical. What do you mean by logical? Say, here R also supports some logical operators. Say, I am telling you 1 equals to 1. What will be the result? Result will be true. If I am going to write A equals to 2, 1 equals to 2, no, that will be false. Same as A equals to 1, B equals to 2. I am going to check is A equals to B. What will be the result? Definitely that will be false. Instead of that, if I am writing, say A equals to 1, then B equals to 1, now I am going to check is A equals to B. So definitely that will be true. So that is nothing but the logical concept, logical operators that is basically used in our programming language. So here, what is that? Say I have declared one vector. Say A equals to 10, 20, 30. Okay. Now I am writing. Say A equals to A multiply 2. So what will be the result? Result is 10 into 2, 20 into 2, and 30 into 2. So that is 20, 40, and 60. You just check it out. 20, 40, and 60. So that means if you want to multiply a vector by 2, then each and every element that is present inside the vector, all of the elements, definitely multiplied by 2. Got it? That is the concept. Now I'm going to declare one list. So basically our programs start with vector and list. I have already explained what is basically vector. Now I'm going to describe what is list. If you want to declare a vector, C keyword basically used. And to declare a list keyword is being used. Say, I'm going to declare one list that is equals to this one. Say 10, 20, 30. So what will be the result? This one is the result. So here 1 means that is first row, first column. What you have, that is 10. And in second row first column, what you have 20. In third row first column, what you have 30. So what is the basic difference in between list and vector in our programming language? So if you declare a list, if you declare a vector, say the vector consists of 10, 20, and 30, you will get in this way. Got it? Basically you will get a tuple, And if you want to declare a list, basically you will get a column. So that is the basic difference. List means column, tuple vector means it's a tuple or record or row in context of our programming language. Now the concept is that I'm just want to tell you, say you are going to declare a vector. So in the vector, that is not like that you will only be able to consider one vector that consists of only integer elements, that consists of only floating point elements, that consists of only character, that consists of only vector, only string. That is not like that. So here, inside a vector or inside a list, you can consider integer different data types. Okay, so you just check it out. So S is a vector that consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, say S. Okay, in this way you can consider list also. Say X is a list that has okay. So K is there. Now here I'm just telling you, say I'm going to assign one string inside S. Say I'm going to assign say SKDU inside S. What will be the result? This one is the result. Now instead of double inverted comma, I'm going to tell you what is the difference in between. Is there any difference in between double inverted comma and single inverted comma in R? There is no basic difference. So here also I'm going to assign one string value inside a variable that is S. Here what we will get? This one you will get. So there is no basic difference in between single and double inverted comma in context of our programming language. Now here one list is been assigned in a different way. So list, so that is the different column name, that is name, age, and basically the status basically is married or not. Okay, so name equals to, you have assigned already assigned the values of all those variables. Name is John, age is 28, married is this one. Married equals to false. Okay, so you just check it out. So I am going to assign one list in a different way. Say A equals to list, here name equals to say Ajoy, role equals to 1. List is already been defined. So A is a list that consists of name and role, and the value of name is Ajoy, value of role is 1. So you just want to retrieve the name that is assigned the list A. Again I am telling, I am going to retrieve the name that is assigned in a list A. So you just write A dollar name. Definitely you will get Ajoy. Instead of that, if you write A dollar then roll, so definitely you will get 1. Any question up to this? Any question? Am I audible to all of you? Any question up to this?
No question, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. My voice is clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Clear,
sir.
clear.
Okay. And in the next slide, what you have, so you are going to declare one list that consists of 5 variables, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can write in this way also. So you just check it out. Say S equals to So S has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a single column. Instead of that, if you write list, then 1:5, what you will get? This one. So the difference is that if you assigned already, so that is something like that. Say list of, so this one is the first variable. Okay. So in first row, first column, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in second row, second column, you have 3, 4, 5. So that is the basic difference in between list of A:5 and list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means all they are separated by comma. So that means for first row, first column, you have 1. Second row, first column, you have 2. Third row, first column, you have 3. Fourth row, first column, you have 4. Fifth row, first column, you have 5. Instead of that, if you write list of 1:5, that means that only reserved for, that is to be allotted, that is to be assigned in first row, first column. Okay, so that is very interesting. Okay, now you have declared one say one list, you can unlist it. That means if you unlist a list, definitely it become a vector. If you unlist a list, definitely will get a vector. Vector means you have only the tuple or record or row, and list means you have the column or field or attribute. That is the basic concept. So you have declared one
Sir,
vector.
please repeat. Sir, please
Sorry,
repeat.
sorry, ma'am.
Sir, please repeat once again.
Okay, okay. I am telling that I have declared one vector and I have declared one list. So vector basically specifies one specific row or record or tuple. All they are same. Row, bar, tuple or record, all they are same. And list means that basically identify one specific column or field or attribute. Attribute, field, column, all they are same in context of R. Okay. Now I am going to tell you that you have declared one list. You will be able to unlist that. So if a list become unlist, what is that? What will be that? That become a vector. So by unlisting a list, definitely you will get a vector. So you just check it out. So you are declaring one list. Say this is this one. So what you have? So definitely you have list. So if you write, say B equals to unlist of A. So what we will get? Definitely we will get a vector. Clear? It's clear. I think someone raised one question. Is it clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Uh, Okay. Now, here also that is possible. Say if you want to add two different lists, say I am going to declare one list. S equals to one list that consists of 1, 2, 3, and T equals to one list that is say 3, 4, 5. And if you add these two lists, that is not possible. But instead of that, if you declare one vector, say this, and another one vector this, if you want to add these two different vector, you will get this one. So addition of two different vector, that is possible, but addition of two different list, that is not possible in context of part. So in that context, what you will do? So first you unlist that, you will get a vector, then you add that. So you just check it out. So list of 1, say 1 comma 2 comma 3, and t equals to again list of say 4 comma 5 comma 6. So here first you unlist that. So s1 equals to unlist of s, and t1 equals to unlist of t. Now you add s1 plus t1. What you will get? So definitely that will be 5, 7 or 9. Okay, 4 plus 1, that is 5, then 5 plus 2, that is 7, then 6 plus 3, that is 9. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what is the basic concept of matrix. So all we know that it's a basically collection of row and column. Okay. So if you write matrix is the, so to create a matrix in our programming language, matrix keyword is required. Okay. So matrix of 1 is to 6 means here you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 1 is to 6 means that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you just check it out. You just check it out. I'm going to tell you step by step so that you will better understand. Say matrix of 1 is to 6. Okay. So what you will get? You will get this one. That means how many number of row, how many number of column that you have not mentioned. Got it? You just write matrix of 1 is to 6. You will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all. That means only one column will be there. Okay. Now in this slide that is written n call equals to 3. N call, that is stand for number of columns. So here if you assign, that is n call equals to say, and that is equals to 3. So what you have? This one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? So cream is that you just check it out. Instead of 3, if you write 5 here, what you will get? Yes. So one warning message is there. What do you mean by that? The concept is that you have 6 number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. So if the number of column equals to 3, then by using 6 number of variable, you can easily sort that. Nothing issue will be there. So in first column, you have 2 different element. In second column, you have 2 different element. And in third column, you have 2 different element. And you can easily serve 6 number of elements. So instead of 3, if you write 5, that means how many number of elements required? You have required 10 number of elements. But what you have 6 number of elements. So in that context, you will get a warning message. You will not get any type of error. You will get a warning message. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then again that is repeated from 1. So that is 1, 2 and 3, 4. Got it? So you have assigned number of column equals to 5. You can assign 1 lakh also. Got it? So for 1 lakh, you have required 2 lakh data. So if you don't have 2 lakh data, if you have 10 number of data, then definitely that will be repeated. So here the same thing. You have 12 number of elements. You are going to design 4 columns. So definitely you can serve. In first column you have 3 elements. In second column you have 3. In third column you have 3. And in fourth column also you have 3. So you just check it out. Say x equals to you just write matrix 1 is to 12. and here number of column equals to say 4. Got it? And instead of 4, if you write 12 number of column, then each column you will have one element. You just check it out. Got it? So in this way you can design a matrix. There are so many procedures to create a matrix in R. I'm just going to show you some of them. Okay. Now here you have defined one matrix that has say phone number of columns and phone number of rows. So first you define, then I will check. Say x equals to matrix x equals to say sorry. Okay, keyboard is not working. Okay. Hmm. So you just declare say one is to 12, number of column equals to 4. So you will get this one. Now you just follow this presentation slide. Say here this one is so in a matrix, how are you going to represent a matrix in R? The matrix is being represented in R by third braces, and inside third braces you have two different segments. These two segments, they are separated by comma. First segment, that is basically reserved for row. Second one is allotted for column. So first one is allotted for row. Second one is allotted for column. Okay. So here, if you write this command here, so this one basically reserved for row. So what is been written here? That is 2:3. That means here you want to extract 2 to 3 number row, and you want to extract 1 and phone number of column. Is to means say 1:4. That indicates 1 to 4. 1 comma 4 means 1 and 4. Are you getting me? 1 comma 4 means 1 and 4. 1:4 means 1 to 4. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you getting me what I am telling? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, if you write this one, say 2:3 means 2 to 3, and C of 1 comma 2 means 1 and 2. Okay. So here you going to extract second and third row, okay, and first and second column. So what you will get? This one. Got it? So now what you have in X? This one. Now if you write X, then comma 2, that means you just want to display the second column. Okay. 4 5 6 that has been displayed. If you write here, you just want to display the second row, so definitely that will be 2 5 8 11. So if you write except second row, except second column, because first one is reserved for row and second one is reserved for column. So except second column, you want to display the entire matrix, this one. Now if you write this one, so except second row, you are going to display the entire matrix. Got it? So in this way you can perform so many matrix operations. Got it? That is also possible. Except second row and third column, you are going to display the entire matrix. In this way also you can explain. Okay. So I have already described number of columns, that is n call. N call means number of columns. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you number of row. So in call, in row, these two are different operations on matrix in context of R programming language. So I'm just going to tell you. So here you have X matrix. If you write dimension of X, you will find the dimension, that is 3 into 4. If you write in col of X, you will get the number of columns. If you write in row of X, you will get the number of row. Now, if you write, say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. So here, what I have explained, say matrix of 1 is to 12. Then you just write in call of say 4. What you will get? You will get this one. So instead of in call, if you write row, that is also possible. So what you have? This one. Got it? Now, one interesting formula is that is not written in my slide. That is transpose. You all know what is transpose. So the number of column is will be the number of row, and the number of row will be the number of column. That is the matrix. Say so all the rows become a column and all the column become a row. So here you just go through this. X is a matrix that has this one, that is 4 into 3. Got it? So if you want to transpose of X, definitely you will get 3 into 4. So okay, so you just check it out. If you write y equals to t of X, t is the function. So inside y you have this one. So y is the transpose of X. That is very simple. Okay. Are you getting me? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So instead of number of column, if I write number of row, that is also possible. That I have already explained. That is number of row. Okay. Now, if you want to add two matrix, if you want to subtract two matrix, if you want to multiply two matrix, if you want to divide two matrix, that is very easy in R programming language. So you all know, I have just explained how to define a matrix. Say you have defined two different matrix A and B. So if you want to add these two matrices, you just write A plus B. If you want to subtract these two matrices, you just write A minus B. If you want to multiply, you just write A multiply by B. If you want to divide, you just write A divide B. That's all. That is very easy in context of R. Instead of R programming, if you are going to write C program for matrix multiplication, it will basically consist of 20 to 25 number of lines. So here you just define two matrix A and B, and Within C, if you write C equals to A multiplied by B, you will get the result. And division also, if you write C equals to A divide B, you will get the result of division. So definitely that will be very easy in our programming language. Okay. So the conclusion is in this way, you will be able to declare a matrix or define a matrix. You can perform so many operations that I have just displayed. I have just show you how you implement different multiplication operations, as well as how you perform addition, subtraction, division, multiplication for that. Now I'm going to tell you the concept of array in R programming. What is the basic concept of R array? So array is a collection of, basically in context of C as a collection of same data type or something like that. But in here, array means it's a group of elements. Say here I am assigning 24 number of elements inside X. Got it? Now, so X has 24 elements, nothing doubt about that. Now, you assign the dimension on that. Got it? So I just want to tell you, say, that is completely mathematics. You please go through that. Say, S equals to, say, 1 is to 24. So definitely you have 24 number of elements. Now what you are going to do, you are going to assign the dimension of this. Dimension of this. Say, so the dimension of this will be C of 2 comma 12. So 2 multiply by 12, that will be 24. 2 multiply by 12, that will be 24. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So 2 multiply by 12, that will be 24. So first I define 24 number of elements that is present inside the variable S. Now you are going to assign the dimension. What will be the dimension? So first one is reserved for row, second one is reserved for column. So row is for 2 number of row and 12 number of columns will be there. So 2 multiplied by 12, that will be definitely 24. Now you check it out. What will be the exact dimension of S? Got it? So in this way you can create. So in research, if you want to create a data set, and if you use R programming language, there are so many ways to store your data. And here also, you will be able to implement any AI, any deep learning, any machine learning algorithms in R. And in some cases, you will not be able to some machine, not be able to simulate, not be able to write the programming code by using Python. But by using R, you can easily solve that in some cases. Okay, so R is very strong. You will be able to implement so many machine learning, each and every machine learning algorithms here. You can develop, you can implement all these things. Okay, leave it. Okay, so in this way, you can assign the dimension on that. Got it? Not only that. So here, in first cases, you have 24 number of elements and you have assigned the dimension, that is 2 into 12. That means 2 number of row and 12 number of columns will. So instead of that, if you assign the dimension in this way, what will be that? Say, you have, say, you have S equals to 1 is to 24. Okay, so S has this one. Now you are going to assign the dimension. Say, this equals to C of, say, 3, 4, comma 2. So what will be that? So 2 into 12 equals to 24. Here also you will get 3 into 4 into 2, that will be 24. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me the difference in between the first one and last one? Is it possible to define what is the difference? In case of this, here you will get 3, 4, 2. So what will be the result? Result is that the matrix size will be 3 by 4, 3 into 4. That means 3 number of column, 4 number of rows will be there. And you are going to generate two different matrices. You just check it out. So first one is 3 into 4. Second one is also 3 into 4. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So instead of that, if I write say 4, what will be that? I have already discussed. I have already explained. Can you tell me that what will be the result?
It is not possible.
Not possible. Yes, it is
3 into
possible. It is
That
3
possible.
will
into
repeat
4,
the elements.
Yes, yes. It is
or
possible,
it
but
may repeat
one
4 times.
warning message will be there.
Yes.
That means the value will be repeated here. Here you will find 3 into 4 matrix and the number of matrix will be 4, but the value that will be repeat here, and definitely you will get a warning message. So it will show error. So you just check it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Okay, so in that case, you just ignore that. That means I just want to tell you, say x equals to matrix of 1 is to 16. If you write number of column equals to 4, what do you will get? You will get this one. If you write the number of columns that is equals to 5, what you will get? You will get some repeated value. And here, if you write this one, and if you going to assign the dimension, say that is equals to c of 2 comma 12. No, sorry. So x equals to this one, what you will get? You will get two different one matrix, that is this one. So instead of that, what you have? You have this one. Now again you assign 1 is to 24, and here you just fit the dimension x equals to say c of 3 comma 4 comma 2. Sorry.
X is extra that
Yeah, yeah.
EIM has.
So this one, what you will get? You will get this one. So instead of that, I just want to take, yeah, no, that is not possible. Okay,
Yes,
that is not,
sir.
that is not possible. That is not possible. Very
Because
good. That is not,
length is not matching.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But here that will be accepted. You just take it in your mind. So if the number of column instead of 5, that will be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it will be accepted. But in that case, you will get a warning message and the value will be repeated here. But here, if you fit the dimension, that is not been accepted. Am I right? Am I right?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So along with row, you can assign the number of column also. Got it? I have just explained how the matrix is being defined by using matrix along with in row function. Also explained matrix along with in call functions. In call function. But You also can define a matrix along with in row and in call functions. How that will be possible? Say you just check it out in a different way. Say A is a matrix. Say that consists of say C of 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. And here you just assign number of row equals to say 2, then number of column that is also 2. So what will be the result? The result is this one. In this way you can assign. Okay. So here you just assign the vector in, and after that you just assign number of row and number of column. Okay. That is very interesting. Say you have only one, you have one element. Okay. You have one element that is one. Correct. And you have assigned number of column equals to, sorry, number of row equals to 2, and number of column that is equals to, again that is equals to 2. What will be the result? You will get all 1. Okay. Here you can rename the column as well as you can rename the row also. Okay. You can rename the column, you can rename the row also. How it will be possible? Say you have defined a vector that consists of 5, 9 and 3. Again you have defined another one vector that consists of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Got it? Now again you have defined a vector that is basically a string vector that consists of column name, column 1, column 2 and column 3. Again another one row name that is also a string vector that is row 1, row 2 and row 3. Now you are going to print two different matrix. So first matrix, second matrix. The concept is that in first vector you have 3 elements and in second vector you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. So you have total 9 elements. You have total nine elements and you just serve all those elements by using column name, column 2 and column 3, row name, row 2 and row 3. Got it? So you just check it out. In first vector, what you have? You have 3 number of elements. And in second vector, what you have? And in second vector, you have 6 number of elements. Got it? And here you just write S equals to one string vector A. Sorry. Okay. A1, B1, and another one is C1. Oh, sorry. Then T equals to C of, say, M1, N1, O1. Okay. So what I have declared? I have declared one integer vector, one vector that consists of 3 integer elements, another one vector that consists of 6 integer elements, another one vector that consists of 3 different strings, and the final one vector that consists of 3 different strings. Now what I have in the here? Now again I have declared two different matrix or two different strings inside a string vector. Okay, so you just check it out. say U equals to C of matrix 1 and matrix 2. Okay. Now here, basically, by using first and second vector, you are going to assign an array. That means here you will get the complete elements 5, 9, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Because you have defined the array, na? And inside the array, you are going to merge two different vectors. So in first vector, you have 3 elements, and in second vector, you have 6 number elements. So that is merged. You will get a complete vector that consists of 9 number of elements. And here, the dimension will be 3, 3, 2. Got it? 3, 3, 2. And the dimension names will be, so you are going to create a list. So in list, you have column names, you have row names, you have matrix, and that is basically your dimension name. I'm just showing you, then that will be more easy. So here what you have declared, one vector that consists of 3 integer elements, second vector that consists of 6 number of elements, first string vector consists of three string, second string vector consists of 3 string, third string vector consists of 2 string. Now you just write say is1 that equals to array of, here you just assign C of A comma B. So in this way you can merge these two vector. Got it? You can merge these two vector. You just check it out. What you have in S1. In S1 you have already merged. Got it? In first you have 1, 2, 3, and in second you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got it? Now what I have in this slide, say you have total 9 number of elements. So you are going to create a dimension, say that is equals to 3, 3, 2. Got it? Now dimension names will be list of the total strings. List of the total string means that is S, comma T, comma U. Okay. Yeah. A, comma B. Okay. S1 equals to array of, say, C of A comma B. Then you just write the dimension. Dimension equals to 3, 3. Now you just check it out. Oh, yeah. So that will be that is basically complex than the previous one. But the concept is something like that. You can merge two different vector by using array function. By using array, you can merge n number of vectors. Say you have 3 or 4 different vector a, b, c, d. A consists of 2 number of elements, b consists of 2 number elements, c consists of 2 number of elements, maybe integer, floating, character, string will be there, and d consists of 2 number of elements. If you use array function, by using this array function, you can merge the complete vectors. So in array, what you will have, you have total 8 number of elements. Not only that, here also you can fit the dimension. Okay, so the dimension will be 3 by 3. So you have 3 number of column as well as 3 number of row. Got it? 3 number of columns, 3 number of row, and you have 2 different matrix. Got it? You have 2 different matrix. Instead of 2, you can also create 5 number of matrix. Say if you write here 5, so instead of 2, if you write 1, that is not been accepted. So that must be 2, otherwise it cannot be accepted, because here you have already defined 3 different string vector. Now you have already defined 3 different string vector. That's why you have to write 3 comma 3 comma 2. So 3 by 3 3 by 3 matrix, and the number of matrix will be 2, because you have already defined matrix 1, matrix 2. And if you want to generate more than 2 number of matrix, here you have to assign matrix 3, matrix 4, something like that. Okay, so in this way you can create. So the basic concept is that I can conclude in this way: if you have more than 1 number of vector, you can arrange, you can merge all those elements by using array function, and also you can fit the dimension, but you have to think on the number of string vectors, because you have 2 different strings, you are going to declare 5 different matrix. That is not possible. You have 2 different string, you are going to define, or you are going to assign 1 matrix. That is also not possible. So you have to map on that. Got it? So any question regarding this? Any question up to this? That is a little bit complex than the previous one. That's why I'm telling. If you have any question regarding this, please ask your question. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
So do you have any question regarding this?
Actually, it's a complex process. We need to practice it.
No, no, no. That is very easy. That is very easy. I am going to tell you. Say you are declaring, say, one vector, right? And another vector is this one. Got it? And if you want to merge this, you just write array of in this way you can merge.
Yes.
Okay. So that is basically written here in this syntax. You have declared 2 different vector. By using array function, you can merge these 2 vector. Okay. Not only that, here in this syntax, I am going to create 2 different matrix. That's why here the string variable will be 2, matrix 1 and matrix 2. And in matrix 1, we have A1, B1, C1 as well as M1, N1, O1. And for matrix 2 also, I have A1, B1, C1 and M1, N1, O1 also. Okay. So that's why the size will be 3 into 3. So A1, B1, C1, 3, M1, N1, 1. That is also 3. So 3 into 3. The size is 3 into 3. So 1 for matrix 3 into 3 for matrix 1 and 3 into 3 for matrix 2. So that's why it is 3 comma 3 comma 2. Are you getting me?
Yes.
If you write here
Yes.
matrix 3, then that will be 3 comma 3 comma 3. If you write here matrix 1, matrix 2, matrix 3 and matrix 4, then that will be 3 comma 3 comma 4. Okay. Now here if you write, I have already explained so many times that you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 number of elements, and here you have assigned the number of column that is equals to 3. So 3 into 3, that will be 9. So you have 7 number of elements, so you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Definitely 1 and 2, that will be repeated. Now that is very interesting, that is data frame. Say you have one vector that is x equals to c of 1 comma 2 comma 3, and again you have y equals to say 4 comma 5 comma 6, and z equals to data dot frame. Say you just write say x comma y. So what will be the result of z? Z equals to, here you find a complete matrix. Got it? So in this way you can merge. Okay, in this way. So data frame is very interesting. Data dot frame. You have to use data dot frames so many times, because sometimes one new relation is required, sometimes one sub relation is required. So data dot frame is a very most widely used command in most widely used function in R. So that is also very interesting. You have Z. You have x is a vector, y is a vector, z equals to data dot frame xy. Now here z dollar x, you will find the value of x, and z dollar y, you will be able to find out the value of y. Any question? Are you getting me now? Are you getting me? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But
Are you getting me now? Got it na?
yes, yes.
Okay. Now instead of that, say if you write z dollar x of say 2, what you will get? You will get the exact value. What is z dollar y of say 3? You will here also you will get the exact value. Got it? In this way, you can do all these things. Now it's branching. That is very interesting. Do you have any idea regarding if else, if else, while and for? Do you have any idea regarding this? If else, if else, while and for. Do you have any question? Do you have any concept? Come on, I am telling all of you. Do you have any idea? If else, if else, and while, for. Do you have any concept?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Listen. Same as any other programming language like C, C++, Java, or any other programming language, R also support branching problem. R also supports if else, if else, and different for loops, different while loops are also support. So what is the basic concept? Say here I am writing one specific problem. Say the value of a is 5. Okay. Now I am going to check, is the value of a is 5? So that is the difference in between equals to and equals to operator. In equals to means you are going to assign one specific value over a variable, that is a equals to 5 or anything else. And a equals to 5 means you are going to check, is the value of a is 5? Got it? So I have already assigned the value of a is 5. Now I am going to check, is the value of a is 5? So if it is that, If so, then it will print hello. Got it? Now you just run this one. So you just select the total program segment and click on run. Yes, hello will print. Are you getting me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what is basically done here? Say I have assigned a equals to 5. Now I am going to check is the value of a is 5. If it is like so, then the output will be hello. Otherwise, you just the control comes out from here. So the concept is that if is the keyword, you have to write if. Keyword means the meaning of the word already been explained there. So if is the keyword. Now here this one is the condition. Condition means you are going to check is the value of a is this one. If it is true, then the output will be this one. Otherwise, the control comes out from the loop. That is the concept. Got it? So if inside if then if has one condition. So condition must enclosed in first braces. So inside the first braces, you have the condition. Got it? So here the condition has been given, that is the value of a is 5. So if it is true, then definitely the control enters into the existing loop. That means control comes out here, control comes here, and hello will print, and after printing the control comes out from here. So if the condition is false, then control won't be able to come into the enter into the entire loop. Got it? So if the condition is true, then the statement that is written inside the if statement must be execute. If the condition is false, then the statement that is written inside the if statement that can't execute. Are you getting me? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And inside the if statement, you can assign more than if step, so many if step. Got it? So inside one if you have another one if, then the second one is nested with respect to the first one. Inside the if statement, if you have another one if statement, then the second one is being nested with respect to the first one. And again, inside the second if statement, you may have third if statement. So third if is nested with respect to the second one. And inside the third one, you may have fourth if statement. And fourth if is nested with respect to the fifth, with respect to the third one, and so on and so forth. Okay. So here in my slide, one specific statement is been written, that is else branch is optional. Yes, of course. So if you are going to assign if, else may be there, may not be there. But if you want to assign else, you must have if. So without if, you won't be implement, you won't be initialize else step. So here, if the program is something like that, write a program in R, write a program in R. If the value of is 5, then the output will be hello. Otherwise, the output will be high. Okay. Otherwise, the output will be high. So here you just change it by 6, and here you write else print. Here you just write high, and you just without you just run. So what will be the output? A is assigned by 6, A equals to 5. No. So if the condition is false, then the else part must be executed. If the condition is false, then else part must be executed. Okay. So is 6. So here condition is false, then the else part must be executed. So what will be the output? Output is definitely high. You just check it out. Sorry. That is very case sensitive. So you have to arrange in this way. Say the output is high. So if you write else just after the braces, that is not accepted in this version. That is basically very version to version. Okay. So if the program is something like that, if your output is 5, then print hello. If the output is not 5, then print hi. Got it? So by using if else statement, you can solve this problem. I am telling if the problem is something like that, if the value of a is 5, then print hello. And if the value is not 5, then print hi. So in this way, you can solve this problem. Am I right, na? I'm telling all of you, am I right, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this way, you can solve.
Yes.
Sorry, any question? Do you have any question?
No, sir. Sir, please hide the command. The Google Meet is sharing your screen. Make it hide. Click on the hide option. It is
Which
obstructing.
one? Which one?
The command showing on the screen. Google Meet is sharing your screen.
No, my screen is not visible.
Yes, your screen is visible, but this command sometimes creating obstruction.
Yeah.
And this one,
Now it's visible, na?
click on
Now
hide.
it's visible.
Click, click on hide. Click on hide.
Oh,
Yes,
this
sir.
one.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that.
Now it's visible, na?
Yes, it is clear.
Ah, okay, thank you. Okay. So this one is if else statement that is known as branching in R. Okay. So same as if statement, here also we have for and while. Okay, and there are so many examples. So I am just show you one example for loop and one for while loop, and I am sharing my presentation as well as I am sharing some books. So you will find everything from here. Got it? And excluding all these things, if you have any problem, you just write me through my mail and my phone number, my WhatsApp. You just contact me if you have any problem. So now I'm going to show you what is the basic concept of for and what is the basic concept of while. So you just check it out. Say in for also, for say I in, here I am writing 1 is to 10, print hello. You just add range, and here you just give a comma, then you run this. Sorry, that is very case sensitive, so you have to going through carefully. You just write sequence. I think sequence has been accepted here. Oh,
So it may be one instead of I.
no. Initial value automatically will be 1. Here one silly mistake will be there. Yeah, the initialization of I is not required because here automatically I will take the initial value, that is 1. Okay, and here the incremented will be 1 by 1. I am coming, how the interval will be greater than 1. I am coming. So here the basic concept is that here three different part will be there. First one is initialization, second one is condition, third one is increment or decrement. So here first I will take the initial value, that is 1. So condition is that I is less than equals to 10. Got it? And the increment and decrement part will be I equals to I plus 1. And in specifically in that case. Okay. So what I am telling, say if the problem is something like that, write a program R which will print hello 10 times. Instead of that, you can write print hello, print hello, print hello, print hello up to 10 number of, you have to use 10 print statement for printing 10 number of hello. If it is, if you are going to print 1 lakh hello, so in that context also, if you want to avoid the loop, you just write print statement 1 lakh times or 1 billion times, you will print 1 billion hello or 1 lakh hello. That is one solution, but that will be a messy solution. That's why the concept of loop is coming in R. So here for is the keyword, then I is the loop variable. So here I is the for loop variable, and the initial value of I is equals to 1, and the condition is I less than equals to 10, and here the increment decrement is I equals to I plus 1. So what is happening here, first I will take the initial value, that is 1. Now it will check its condition. What the condition is being given here? Is 1 less than equals to 10? Yes, definitely. Then the loop body will execute, so hello will print. Then again, I is incremented by 1. So that will be 2. 2 is less than equals to 10. Yes. Then the loop body will execute, that means hello will print. Then again the value of I will be 3. 3 is less than 10. Yes. Then hello will print. Then again 3 is incremented by 1, that will be 4. 4 is less than 10. Yes. Then hello will print. And that is going in this way. If the value of I is 10, 10 is less than equals to 10. Yes. Then hello will print. Then again I is incremented by 1. That means the value of I is 11. So 11 is less than equals to 10. No. So in that context, the control comes out from the loop and you will get 10 number of hello. That is the basic concept of for loop. Any question regarding for loop? Any question? Do you have any question?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, one question.
Yes, please.
Sir, is it possible to show another string variable if this condition does not perform? If it is
In
not
a,
within the 10, if it is
you are
more than 10,
if it is more than 10,
then another condition.
you just tell me
Suppose
the
it may be
condition.
high. Suppose it is more than 10, then it will be printed as high. Is it possible?
Hmm. If it is more than 10, then that will be high
Yes.
in a same program. In a same program.
In same program.
Yes, that is possible. Definitely that will be
So how
possible.
it is?
So inside the for loop that will be not possible, because you have already mentioned the condition. The condition is that the value of I will be less than equals to 10. Okay, less than equals to 10. So if the value of I is 11, so definitely the control comes out from the loop, and from the outside you can print that. That is possible. And from the outside, if you just check, is the value of I is 11? If it is 11, then you just print it is high. So you just write if I equals to 11, then you just print high. So here what you will get? You will get 10 number of hellos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it? So here you just First you run this one, okay? Then you just check the value of I. So here first is I equals to 1, 2. Oh, okay. So here the condition has been taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For 10 also, yeah. So if I is greater than 10, actually I can't get your question. You just want to print high if the value of I is greater than 10. That is something like that.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
So in that context, inside the for loop, that is not possible. Okay.
Okay.
Inside the for loop, that is not possible. You have to print, you have to work in outside of the loop, because inside the loop that is not possible, because the condition is been implemented here, that is less than equals to 10 now. So if you write any segment here, say if you write this segment here, that you can write, but you won't be able to reach this condition. Got it? You won't be able to reach this condition inside this loop. You can keep this, but you won't be able to reach this condition. Say you just run this one, you will get the same answer.
Actually, in the previous command using else, it was possible.
Sorry.
In the previous
Sorry,
command,
sorry.
we are using else option.
No. Else is only associated with if. Else is not associated with for statement. Okay.
Okay.
If you have else, if must be there. Got it? And if you assign
So
this statement, if it is greater than 10, then that will be high. Inside the for loop, that will not be executed, because the initial condition is defined there, that is less than equals to 10. You won't be able to reach that. Got it?
that means only one command, command will be printed here.
No. One comment means, what do you mean by one comment?
Just
There are
like
so
hello.
many
Any
things.
other
There are
command,
sorry.
any other multiple commands can be printed.
Yeah. There are so many commands. By using for loop, you will be able to find out the factorial. There are so many things you will be able to implement. That is not like that only one command you will be able to solve by using for. That is not like that. And you can't merge for with if. Else is one segment that is associated with if. There is no relation
Okay.
in between for and else statement. Inside for, you will be able to implement another one for statement. That is possible.
Okay.
Got it? Then
Okay.
second
Thank you, sir.
for is the then second for is nested with respect to the first for. Got it? Second for is nested with respect to the first for step. Got it? So here,
Okay.
maybe inside the for statement you may have if statement, and inside the if statement one else may be associated with there. But if else is there, it must be there.
Okay.
Okay, so else is always related to if. Got it? And there is no relation in between for and else. What you will do? You will be able to implement one if else statement inside the for. Inside the for also you will be able to implement another one for. There are so many n number of for statement you will be able to implement within a for statement. That is also not like that only one command will be executed by using for statement. There are so many things. Basically, the condition part that is divided into three different segments. First one is for initialization, second one is for condition, and third one is for increment or decrement. First, it will take the initial value, then it will check with its condition. If the condition is true, then the loop body will execute. Then the increment or decrement part will happen. Then again, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then again loop body will execute, and the loop is continue in this way. Got it? So there are so many things. You just check it out. Okay. Then the concept of then the while loop. While loop is basically inside the while loop you have one condition. Got it? So if the condition is true, then the loop body will execute, otherwise it can't execute. That is the basic concept. So I'm just showing you a simple example. Say what is happening here, I will take the initial value, that is 1. So first it will check 1 is less than 10. If it is so, then the value of I will print. So first 1 will print, then 1 is incremented by 1. So that will be 2. 2 is less than 10, 2 will print. Then that will be 3. So and so on and so forth. So if the value is 10, 10 is less than 10, no. So the control comes out from the loop. That is the overall concept. So the syntax is that you have to write while, that is the key. And inside this braces, you have to implement the condition. If the condition is true, then loop body will execute, otherwise it can't execute. So you just check it out. Okay. So that will be the answer. That is completely mathematics. Okay, completely. You have to understand the syntax only. Okay. So here I is initialized by 1. You are going to check is the value of I or the while loop variable is less than 10. If it is so, then I will print. Then again I is incremented by 1, and that is going on. So here in context of computer science, you can explain a for loop by using while loop, and you can explain a while loop by using for loop also. That is a concept. That means one problem you will be able to solve by using for statement, using while loop also you can solve that. If you have a problem and you can solve this problem by using while, you can also solve this problem by using for also. Any question up to this? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Any question? Do you have any question?
No, sir. No question.
Okay. So I have explained if else statement, for statement, while statement. Now that is the basic syntax that I have already explained. Inside the if, you have to write the condition. If the condition is true, then this one will execute. If the condition is false, then else part must be executed. Okay. And here that is very interesting. Say if the problem is something like that, write a programming R to check a number that is negative or non-negative. So you have assigned one negative value inside a variable that is x. So x is initialized by -5. We can conclude. Now we are going to check, is the value of x is greater than 0? If it is greater than 0, then definitely it is non-negative. Otherwise it is negative. So here definitely you will get it's a negative number. Got it? Got it? No
Yes,
response.
sir.
Okay. Now again, here say the body of if statement and the body of else statement I have explained must enclosed in second braces. Okay. Body of if statement and body of else statement enclosed in second braces. If inside if statement and inside else statement you have only one function or one statement, then braces are not required. Got it? So if x is greater than 0, print this one, else print this one. Got it? Here also x is assigned by -5. Now y equals to if x greater than 0, 5, else 6. Got it? The concept is something like that. If x is greater than 0, then the output will be 5, else the output will be 6. In this way, you can write if inside if statement you have only one statement and inside else you have only one statement. Got it? So x equals to -5, that is not associated with that. Are you getting me what I am telling? X is initialized by one value, and by using a single statement, you will be able to find out the output, and you can store the output inside another one variable, that is y. So here what is written? What is the condition that is associated with if? Condition is if x equals to x greater than 0. So x is assigned by -5. Is x greater than 0? No. So what will be the output? Definitely the output will be 6. Yes, the output will be 6. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now another one statement, that is if else statement. What is that? That is very interesting. If is associated with one condition. If the condition is true, then this one is execute and the control comes out from the entire loop. If else is one. If else is another one. While is another one. For is another one. So here what will be that? If one condition is there, if the condition is true, then the loop body will execute and the control comes out from the entire loop. Then again, else if also associated with one condition. Say if the condition associated with if statement is false, then again the condition will be checked which will be associated with else if statement. You just assume that is also false. Then again else if statement that is associated with the condition, then this one will be checked. You just assume this one also be false. Now the concept is that else part must be executed if all the condition are false. If any of them are true, then the entire loop will be executed and the control comes out from the entire. That is the basic concept. You just check it out. X is initialized by 0. Got it? So if x is less than 0, then negative number and the control comes out from the entire. Got it? So you just assume that is false. Then again this one will be checked and this one is true. If this one is true, then the loop body will execute and the control comes out from the entire loop. If this one is false, then definitely else part must be executed. Any question regarding this? If you have any question, I want to work with R, and I am basically I will show you how that will work. And if you don't have any question, then I will discuss, if you understand. Are you getting me what I'm telling?
Sir, please show in the our platform.
Yeah. You just assign one value by 5. Okay. Now, here I'm writing is equals to 4. If that is that, then print 4. Else if here one condition will be there, x equals to 5. Think so. Then print 5. Okay. Else print 0. So one if is there, if is associated with this one. So here you have to end. Else if this one is end, else this one is end. Okay. You just run this one. Definitely that will be 5. So what is happening here is the value of x is 4. No. Then the condition associated with else if that will be checked. So in a single program, you will be able to implement n number of else if statement. Got it? In a single step, in a single program, you will be able to implement n number of else if statement. Are you getting me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Are you
sir.
getting me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Is it all right now?
yes.
Okay. So in this way, you can implement if else statement. So that is the overall syntax of for loop. So for loop, there are so many variables. One loop variable will be there. Inside the loop variable, you can write so many programs. So it will take an initial value. One condition will be there. One increment decrement part will be there. So first it will take the initial value. It will check with its condition. If the condition is true, then the loop will execute and so on and so forth. Okay. Now here you have assigned one vector. What it? You have assigned one vector. So the vector consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 number of integer elements that will take say 2, 5, 3, 9, 8, 11, and 6. Count is a variable. It's a simple variable that is assigned by 0. Less than minus, that is assignment operator, that is assigned by 0. Now for variable in x, okay, so variable, it's a loop variable. So a, b, c, d, ram, sam, it's a variable basically. Val in x. So val in x means variable, this specific variable will take 2, then 5, then 3, then 9, then 8, then 11, then 6. Got it? VL percent 2 means it will take the remainder part. If the value of this variable is say 15, so 15 double percent 2 means it will take 1. That means it will take only the remainder part. Got it? It will take only the remainder part. So here, if percent 2 equals to 0, then count equals to count plus 1. So here it is a program. Say write a program in R which will find out the even numbers present in this vector. So you have assigned one vector. There are so many numbers present in this vector. You just count how many number of vectors, how many number of elements present inside this vector. Their even numbers. Got it? So that is the program that is basically defined here. That is basically uh, written here in this slide. So you have a vector. In this vector, you have so many elements, maybe even number, maybe odd number. So how many even numbers has been implemented there? So That you will find by writing this program. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So you will do so many things. You will be able to do so many things by implementing for loop, for statement. So one of the participant actually asked one questions that for is used for a single comment down. No, that is you will do everything. For is a vast thing. So that is most widely used basically for loop in R. Okay. You'll be able to do so many things. Okay. So that is a basic structure of while statement, basic syntax. While associated with one condition. If the condition is true, then the loop body will execute. Otherwise, it can't execute. Got it? Here is it's a simple program. X is initialized by 1. So is 1 is less than 5? Yes. So that the control enter into the loop. So x equals to x plus 1. The value of x will be 2. 2 will print. Then again it will check 2 is less than 5. Yes. Then x is become 3. 3 will print, and so on and so forth. Break statement. Break statement means when the control gets this statement, it comes out from the entire loop, not from the entire program. When the control gets this statement break, it comes out from the entire loop, not from the entire program. It only comes out from the entire loop. Got it? Here also you'll be able to find out the factorial of an integer number. Okay. So in this way you can find. Now that is very interesting. I think all of you, so many researchers also they are attending this session. So suppose you have one CSV file. Maybe in CSV file, maybe in Excel file, maybe in Stata file, maybe in SPSS file, maybe in EViews file. So there are so many types of files that is present in your PC, that is present in your desktop or mm, any other drive in your other memory space that is present. So you are going to analysis this one. So first what you have to do, you have to import this one. How you import this one? How you import this one? There are so many slides. I'm not going to describe all those slides. I'm just showing you this one. And then I will end. Okay. Listen. So first, if you have to understand what is the nature of CSV file. So you can create a CSV file by using Excel. You can create a CSV file by using Notepad. You create a CSV file. There are so many techniques. Okay. I am just showing you one technique, that is, say, by using Notepad. So in Notepad, am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible now? I am
Yes,
audible,
sir.
audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Please, if you have any question, please ask your question, because that is very important. Okay. You have to
sir.
work
I
with
have,
different
sir.
files.
Sir, I
Sorry?
have one question. Sir, I have
Yes,
one
please,
question.
please.
Actually, it is very preliminary question that when we are passing any command, that is a equals 5. So in this case, we are using the less than hyphen this syntax. So is it can be used for greater than hyphen in this way, or equals?
No,
Which
no,
one is
no.
appropriate?
For assignment, in case of assignment, you can use equals to or less than minus. Greater than
Less
minus
than
is
minus.
not being accepted here. In case of assignment, you can use equals to or less than minus sign. Both are equal. You can use this one or this
Both
one.
are equal.
Yeah, both are
Uh,
equal. You can use this one or this one. Any of them you can choose. But greater than minus, that is not been accepted in R. Okay.
minus greater than, minus then greater than.
Minus then greater than. You have to check. I have not checked in this way. Okay. You have to check. You just check it out. If it is accepted, then okay. I have not checked in this way. Okay. Greater
Is there
than
any
minus, I have
difference?
checked. Greater
Is
than
there any
minus, I
difference
have
with
checked.
minus greater than or less than minus?
Maybe some difference will be there. I don't know what is the difference, but for assignment you have to use equals to or less than minus sign. Got it? So far I
Okay.
know for
Okay.
assignment equals to and less than minus sign is required. And what will happen if we use greater than minus? If we use minus greater than, you have to check. You please check it out. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So if you want to input all those data set, maybe in CSV form, maybe in Excel form, maybe in EViews, maybe in Stata, maybe in SPSS, what will be that at? So I am just creating a simple CSV file by using Notepad. Okay. So three column will be there, say name will be there, say role will be there, say marks will be there. Okay. So if name is 1, so that is 20, that is the first record. Say this one is the second record and this one is the third record. Okay. Now I am going to save this one. Okay. Say AD1, I am just giving the name AD1.csv. I'm just giving the name AD1. Okay. Now here all files, here you just write in desktop, you just save it in desktop, ad1.csv in desktop, you just save it. Okay. Now you just, yeah, this one is the CSV file, ad1.csv. In this way you can create a CSV file. Got it? CSV file and Excel file, these two are completely different. You all know most probably. Okay. So that is the first record, second record. Now the main thing is that you are going to input this data set in your R. How that is possible? There are so many techniques. First one is a very simple technique. Say you just write get WD, that is stand for get working directory. That means you are currently working on that. Got it? Now you just copy it. Your file is present in desktop, so you just copy it. Now here you just set your working directory in this way. Say instead of documents, you just write here desktop. Got it? Got it? Now you assign one variable a and write read.csv. What what was your file name? That is most probably ad1. Am I right? ad1.csv. Yeah. Now you write view of a. That is importing. That is one technique. Another one technique is that inside a you just write read.csv and here you just write file equals to double inverted comma, you just copy the path, property, and copy the path. This one is the path. You just copy it. You just copy it and you just paste it. Okay. And here you have to change the slash. This one is the backslash. Instead of that, you have to use this slash. Each and every slash is to be changed. This slash, and here this one is this slash, and here this one this slash ad1.csv. Got it? Just enter it. And here you just write view of a, you will find your data set. And here also you will find the data set. Got it? That's all from my end. There are so many slides. So in this session that is not possible to discuss all those slides. So that is